Hello, how are you today? My name is Greg Tito. Welcome to D&D News. I am here sipping on, it's actually just water inside this amazing mug. But it is glorious water that means that I am rolling with advantage in my thirst category. That's a whole new bag of worms that I'm happy to announce here for Dungeons & Dragons. Hi, everyone. It has been very, very crazy. Oh, is there a bad echo? Pooping owls. I mean, that seems like an oxymoron since all owls are pooping. It is diet water, Kai Hawkeye. No calories in this water. Echo's not horrible. Okay, good. Oh, it went away? Good. No echo. All right. Phew. That was close. Very, very close. Hi, everybody. It has been a crazy day, morning, afternoon, all of the above. But I am happy to join you as we get ready for Dice Camera Action. Episode 104 is coming down the pipe. As I say often and people usually talk about. So yeah, I'm here. And I'm ready for you. So yeah, how are you? What's going on? Say hi. We might give you some fun things, including this here mug. I can't wait for more folks to get this. We got this mug first in about a year ago, I'd say. We had the red ampersand on it, and everybody loved it. We quickly ran out of supplies, so I ordered these ones, which has a more of a distressed kind of logo on it rather than, I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, it's not like straight up, ready to go, but it's more distressed, and I almost like it even better. It's also, I think, an improvised weapon that can provide, maybe 1d8 of damage. I might up it if I was a Dungeon Master and give it more chance because it's hefty. 20 ounces of amazing stuff. No, we're not selling these mugs out there, Terra Polaris. But we're happy to send them your way. So in about 10 minutes, I'll be doing a raffle here on this chat to give away a couple of these and maybe some other fun D&D stuff like pencils and whatnot. So how are you talking about? How are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. So we've got lots of things that we've announced in the last couple of weeks. I don't know if you've been paying attention to every single one, so I like to go through and let you know what's happening in D&D world. We are, of course, most recently released Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. That book has a whole bunch of fun stuff in it. It's available now everywhere, including on D&D Beyond and on Roll20 and in Fantasy Grounds, I believe. So check that out while you can. We announced, as I said, a whole bunch of other stuff, and I'm going to start in order of things that are coming out. Thank you to Pelham Green for organizing my little document here to have it all be by order of release date, which I thought was a really smart way to organize it. So shout out, sir. Pelham knows what's up. So, Adventures Outlined. That is a coloring book designed by none other than the amazing Todd James. We first saw those. Here, let me call it up for you so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, there you go. See? There you go. It's very nice. I might even zoom in a little bit so that you can see it even better. Yeah, so Adventures Outlined is a book that you can color in all of the pages, which is pretty cool. Here is an open slot for you. Yeah, that's not what I want to do. I want to do that. Okay, yeah. Oh, did it not zoom? Why can't you zoom? What in the Sam hell is going on? Remember to zoom. There we go. Whoa. Ode to a Lich, which I think is a really cool page. And it's got Sararak there I was going to say in the flesh, but it's not in the flesh. He's in the bone. That sounds bad, even worse. So I'm going to go move on. You can color in these amazing pages by Todd James. I love that it's that kind of old school line art that you might have seen in older D&D adventures and modules and in supplements. Got a punk rock attitude. That is going to be available everywhere August 21st. I just found out a whole bunch of review copies, so you should start to see press talk about it this week. It's available in some game stores on August 10th, but everywhere else it will be August 21st. So please go check it out. We'll be running a lot of fun promotions contest, maybe even about the best pages. So maybe we'll say a page out there. Hey, maybe we'll just start with this Lich page and ask for submissions under the D&D hashtag and tagging the Wizards of the Coast official Twitter account, which is Wizards_DND. And get some great pages out there. So I'll give more information on that, the specifics of that, but I can't wait to see what the creative folks do with these pages, because I think there's a lot of possibilities there for how the colors can come to life. So I'm excited about that. Again, August 21st, everywhere. Adventures Outlined. Cool. All right. Well, that's that. And then I want to talk about these amazing Endless Quest books. Matt Forbeck is a great writer. He's written tons of books, and he has written these 4 novels that are a choose-your-own-adventure novel. So you'll get to an end of a section, and you'll have a choice to make as one of the classes that are highlighted here, including a thief, a fighter, wizard, and cleric. The 4 main classics there. It's rife with D&D lore. Escape the Underdark, for example, there is of course set in the Underdark, and you're trying to get out, which is great. So yeah, see if you can survive. There's no stats or anything involved in these, but you still will be able to make choices and move forward with the story or not, depending on the choices that you make. So those are really cool, and those are coming out September 4th from our friends at Penguin Random House. So look for them there. Great onboarding way to get young adults into Dungeons & Dragons lore and storytelling, or for adults too. So check it out if you can. Then, of course, we've got Waterdeep Dragon Heist. That has been the main thing that has been what people are excited about for this time. So here, let me get the actual cover up for you so you can see it. There you go. That's what the cover looks like. Dun dun dun. Oh. I just like to make some sound effects as much as possible. Yeah, so Waterdeep Dragon Heist is a urban adventure. It takes place in the city of Splendor, better known as Waterdeep. If you played any Lords of Waterdeep, that board game, you might be familiar with some of the locations and storylines within it, including the Open Lord, Laeral Silverhand, as well as Mert the Moneylender takes a role. Volothamp Kadarn is a lovable author rogue who is a vital part of the city. He publishes all of his books, including Volo's Guide to Monsters, here on in the city of Waterdeep. So you'll encounter all of these characters, including some of these depicted on the cover here, such as Jarl Axel, the Castellaners, the Xanathar, and Manshoon. He's the man with the golden gauntlet there in the center there. Where's that? I don't know. Left-handed, right-handed, one of those things. Wait, no, his left hand, so it would be like, and he's gonna snap, and then half the people will die. Wait, no, wrong. I'm sorry, wrong IP altogether. He will snap though, but it'll be in a gang fight. When you're a jet, you're a jet. You're a Zent. When you're a Zent, you're a Zent. Ooh, I like that. Okay, now I need to work with someone to do that entire song, but in Waterdeep gang imagery used in it. So that should be pretty fun. I challenge you people out there. So yeah, that is coming out in game stores September 7th. It will be available everywhere on September 18th. So check that out. A lot of the streaming groups that we have got going on are using material and or themes from this book, so I'm sure you're already ripe with what's or knowledgeable of what's happening, but there are tons of surprises. There are lots of things that you don't know that are happening in this book, and that's pretty exciting. So again, September 7th in game stores. Check it out. All right, I should probably get this thing down so I don't have to constantly be doing that, but here we go. 1, 2, 3s of D&D. Right, all right, so these are amazing books. There's 2 of them, actually. There's the 1, 2, 3s of D&D, which nobody has seen before, and the ABCs of D&D, both written by Ivan Van Norman and illustrated by Caleb Cleveland. It's really kids-oriented, rhyming couplets, tons of D&D monsters and characters and storytelling within it. I love it. It's a great way to get the little ones excited about what happens when you mix imagination with storytelling. Good stuff there. I can't wait. As Demetrius says here in the chat, I can't wait to get my hands on these and read them to my daughter. Me too. It is going to be fun. Oh no! Congratulations, Jay Whitley. That's awesome that your daughter isn't due for 3 months, but I can't wait for you guys to have them either. That is super cool. That is one of the joys of being a parent, is to be able to impress your interests on your little one. So make it so. That is going to be tons of fun. So congratulations there. That's really cool. These come out on October 23rd, so you will get them right around the time that your partner are due. So that's great. Fantastic. You can get them everywhere on that date, and it's just in time for everyone going to be shopping for, I think, that holiday season. So great things for parents, young and old. Good stuff. Yes, Nice Piano Man Dice Camera Action is in course playing today. They will be playing in about 15 minutes, but I'm just wrapping through some D&D news in the meantime. Cool. There is also a cooler rulebook gift set that's coming, and they look like this. They look really cool. Check them out. Dun, dun, dun. I also do like to zoom in there here too, so you can at least get some detail. Yeah, that is a repackaging of the 3 core rulebooks: the Player's Handbook, the Monster Manual, and the Dungeon Master's Guide, along with the Dungeon Master's screen in a cool cardboard box. Good stuff. It is going to be in stores starting on November, where is that actually? October 30th. And there's also going to be a special edition, which I would want to make sure you guys know about. These are designed by Hydra 74. Same content within those core rulebooks, but all of the covers are reimaginings of the cover artwork that was in the core rules when they were published in 2014, along with a new Dungeon Master screen and, again, a cardboard slipcase with that nice Baroque artwork by Hydro 74. He's the guy who did, in case you didn't know, the alternate cover for Volo's Guide to Monsters and Xanathar's Guide to Everything. So good stuff. I can't wait for that to drop, and I believe those will also be October 30th, although maybe a little bit earlier because of these sets coming to Xenarch. If it ain't Baroque, don't fix it. Good point, sir, or madam, as the case may be. Love it. And then, of course, we've got some more adventure products coming from Dungeons & Dragons, including... where is it? Oh, I don't have a Dungeon of the Mad Mage open yet, so let me get that open. Mad Mage, where are you? I named you Mad Mage so I could find you right away. There we go, Dungeon of the Mad Mage. This book is a continuation of the story that's set... Oh, actually, before I move on and talk about Dungeon of the Mad Mage, because it is badass, who wants a mug? That's right. Who wants to send one of these amazing Dungeons & Dragons mugs to you, the viewer? You may join a raffle right about now if... yes, D&D is ready. Good. Doing the thing. Nice. Join a raffle, and you can do it. I believe that is... I think you do exclamation point raffle. Tell me if I'm wrong. We're going to pick 5 lucky winners from this pool, so make it happen. Again, it is... exclamation point raffle to join to win one of these, and we'll send it out maybe with some other fun stuff your way. So that's a thank you to everybody who's listening and getting ready for Dice Camera Action starting in, oh my gosh, 13 minutes as I go through all the things that are happening in the world of Dungeons & Dragons. So get it. It's worthwhile. I drink out of this every day now. 20 ounces of coffee. Can't be wrong. Usually I have about 2 of them, so that's 40 ounces of coffee. Hi! More Tito. That's me. Well, you want like more additional Titos or more of me talking? I can do that for you. You can make it happen. Dungeon the Mad Mage is a continuation of all of the fun stuff that's going on in Waterdeep, except players will have the chance to delve below the city in the mega dungeon of Undermountain. That is the domain of Halaster Blackcloak, the creepy guy depicted right here, with the flowing, let's call it flowing, maybe frizzy white hair, who knows? And he's got that arcane rune in front of him, plus all these characters make appearances. It's 25 levels. It's insane from each of the levels. Sometimes there's no relation between what happens before or after, and sometimes there's connections and through lines and stories that connect through all of them. Halaster is not necessarily the most with it person, so a lot of his machinations are incomprehensible to humans or to player characters out there. So it'll be you'll have to fight through the inscrutability of what's happening in Undermountain, but there is a chance for lots of reward. Many magic items that have been discovered in the Forgotten Realms all came from Undermountain, from either Halaster's experimentations or left behind by the Netherese Empire that was in this area many years ago. So cool stuff. This book is coming out on November 13th everywhere and November 2nd in game stores. So look for that then. Hopefully most people will be through the 5 levels needed for Waterdeep Dragon Heist and will be ready to jump right into this with the 6 to 20 levels of what's happening in Dungeon of the Mad Mage. So cool stuff happening there. I can't wait for more people to check it out. I want to move to... I'd be remiss to not mention this here thing. People like to talk about Ravnica. There it is. Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica is also coming out in November. It will be in stores November 9th and everywhere else November 20th. It is a one-stop shop. You will have everything you need to play Dungeons & Dragons with this one book in the setting of Ravnica, which is a plane from Magic the Gathering, our sister product here in Wizards of the Coast. Created a multiverse that the Planeswalkers, you play as a Planeswalker when you're playing Magic against your opponents. They travel to these different planes all the time. One of them is Ravnica. I think it's where Jace Beleren is from, actually, who is one of my favorite blue mages. But you can go there, be a guild member, not necessarily master. You'll contend maybe against masters. And all the rules therein are contained. I think this is a really cool idea to be able to play in a Magic universe, and I can't wait for more people to delve into this world. I mean, you only get so much out of the Magic cards and these small, printed pieces of artwork that are in there. James Wyatt has been doing a great job at taking the art books that are basically settings books for these planes over the last 3 years and creating these articles about how you can apply Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rules to those settings, and this is that extrapolated into its own book form for Ravnica, and that's really cool. So James White's been working a lot on this. Ari Levitch from the D&D team has been working a lot on this, and I'm really excited about it coming to pass, and hopefully a lot of Magic fans get a chance to play D&D and do some role-playing, while some D&D fans get to see some of the breadth of world building that the amazing Magic the Gathering story team has been doing over the last few years / decades. 25 years Magic has been around. Can you believe it? I remember when I was a kid playing that game. My older sister, she's 7 years older than me, worked at McDonald's, and her manager at McDonald's in my hometown told me in 1992, you should get some Magic cards. They're going to be worth something one day. And I did, and then I sold them 3 years later. Except I should have held on to them for many years, but it is not. It is worthwhile, and I love all the artwork and world building that goes on with Magic, and I love that they're exploring Dominaria now, and I can't wait for Ravnica to come out, and maybe we'll see some streaming shows set and all that stuff going on. All right, great. Moving on up to the east side. We are going to talk about some stuff that's in the news before I go into some streaming detail. So here, I'm only going to highlight one of these. This was just a really cool article that I want to make sure everybody could see. The Los Angeles Times wrote this amazing article with a great headline that says, "Like a wily old wizard, Dungeons & Dragons shows it has enduring magic." And in this one, I'm quoted as a Hasbro spokesman. So, I mean, that's a first for me. I've always been a Wizards of the Coast, but I guess as having Hasbro as our corporate overlords, it fits, right? I still am a spokesperson for Hasbro as well. So lots of fun stuff highlighted in this article for folks who may not be in the D&D fandom as much as you are. But it speaks volumes to that crowd, to people who are starting to see that Dungeons & Dragons has value and entertainment value beyond just playing. People enjoy watching as much as everything else. out there. Of course, they mentioned Stranger Things and how that was a catalyst for more mainstream, I don't even want to say mainstream, but more a larger set of geeks and nerds who love to consume that kind of imaginary storytelling. We're then laser focused on Dungeons & Dragons because of the themes in Stranger Things and all that stuff. So it's a great overview for those of you. So if you have relatives or fans or friends who may not understand exactly what goes on in a Dungeons & Dragons table, this is a great link to send them to be, hey, look, the Los Angeles Times did a great profile. This is my hobby. This is my love. And, it's getting a lot of notice in other places. So definitely this is a great link to show out there. And I appreciate the author who is, now I'm blanking on his name, but I think his last name was Boucher. If I remember correctly. So thank you to him for writing that. Yes, Jeff Boucher. We had a great conversation, and thank you. So good stuff. Point it out to all your friends, all the normals out there. So yeah, we've got a lot of streaming going on over the next few days. Of course, Dice Camera Action begins in 6 minutes, so I gotta cut this short. But tonight is Dice Camera Action, as I said. Tomorrow we have Assassin with Dungeon Master Koibu at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. We're hosting D&D Beyond at 1 p.m. Pacific Time with Keith Baker. So Eberron fans out there, we also released Wayfinder's Guide to Eberron on the Dungeon Masters Guild as a way to test the waters for what's going on in the world of Eberron in 5th edition. So download that if you can, and tune in to D&D Beyond to have a Q&A with Adam Bradford, Todd Kenrick, from D&D Beyond, and then Keith Baker offering his stuff there too. We got Acquisitions Incorporated. The C-Team is returning on the 15th, so not tomorrow, but it will be back soon. Just as a heads up there. On Thursday, we got Codename Entertainment doing their Idle Champions stream. 4 p.m. Pacific Time is Waffle Talk, and then I don't think there was a Trapped in the Birdcage last week, but we will be returning for another one at 5 p.m. Pacific Time on Friday, which should be pretty cool. And then, of course, we're hosting Critical Role. If they're back on, I think they are after their Gen Con live show, but I think they are back on at that time as well. On Friday, we got Roll20 Presents with Dungeon Master Adam Coble at 1 p.m. Pacific Time. Nothing happening on Saturday, but then, of course, on Sunday is the return of Rivals of Waterdeep. They took a week off as they were all, many of them were traveling to Gen Con. They are back at 10 a.m. Pacific Time with Carlos Luna, who you know as Knock Knock, will be taking over as Dungeon Master with Cicero Holmes, Tanya DePass, Sharif Jackson, Serena Marie, and Brandon Stennis all on board for that for episodes 8, 9, and 10. Super excited about that, and we're talking about doing season 2 in the fall, so we'll have more information about that as it comes, but we're really excited about that. We have a podcast interview I did with Serena and Brandon. When was that? We did that a few weeks ago. That should be posted on the podcast stream for Dragon Talk pretty soon. And then, of course, later on that day on Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific Time, we have Hell's Bells with Dungeon Master Mazmataz and Shauna, Chloe Christine, Hadil, Holly Conrad, Lisa Chen, TK Johnson, and Kayla Klein, all doing great work. And the last episode, Miga turned 10. So to celebrate her coming of age, she must return to her home plane and captain a boat crewed by the rest of her friends. Everything goes great until the sharks and crocodiles show up. That sounds about right for that show. So tune in for that if you can. And we're excited about PAX West. I think I'll be able to meet Maz for the first time, so that's pretty exciting. I will be also doing some fun stuff for PAX West, probably mostly behind the scenes. You probably won't see me, but I'll be helping out with other folks' panels, streams, as well as the Acquisitions Incorporated live game. So I'm psyched about that. Cool. All right. How are you guys doing? You getting excited for Dice Camera Action to start? We're going to begin in about 2.5 minutes. Everybody get their raffles all together. I think that we picked our 5 winners, so congratulations to you guys. You'll be getting a package in the next couple of weeks with one of these mugs, and we might have to pack it with some soft stuff around there so that you don't get a mug that is broken into pieces. We have sent out a few of those in the past that weren't packed, let's say, as properly as they should have been, and so there's nothing more discouraging than getting a package from Wizards of the Coast, opening it up and then finding it in shards of ceramic. But maybe you could use those as props for your Dungeons and Dragons game, so it's not a complete loss. As always, you can follow DungeonsandDragons.com for more information, as well as us on Twitter at Wizards_DND. All the latest information is there, as well as on our Facebook page. I'm going to leave you with this. I have an actual copy of Art and Arcana with me right now that I want to make sure that you could see. This is a huge book, you guys. Look at that. It's like inch and a half, inch and 3/4, and it's just full. I like even just this opening. It's got like a map, the village of Hamlet there from Keep on the Borderlands, I think, and then it's just nothing but art, dude. It is so great. I'm gonna show this off in more detail on another stream, but I just want to make sure that you guys could see just how great this book is, and it's substantial. So I haven't mentioned them yet, but Art and Arcana is coming out in October. You can pre-order it now. As I said, I'll be doing more previews of that book on future D&D news out there, but I'm really excited about it. Also, I don't know where exactly you can find this, but there is also this out there in the world. It is a Dungeons & Dragons 2019. That's right. It's 2019, kids. Or at least it will be in like a couple months. So you got to get a calendar, and what better way to get a calendar with Dungeons and Dragons there in it, and it's got a lot more of evergreen art, even though this is from Out of the Abyss. Look at that Demogorgon. I mean, I think with these 4 months of fall, you would want a Demogorgon as your mascot for that. So check this out. I will give you more information of where it's going to be, but it is available out there, I think, starting this month. So you might be able to see it pop up in places. We'll give you more links, more to get it there. So a couple of physical goods I want to make sure I showed you guys. It is 4 o'clock. I'm way past time. I'm handing off. Bye. I'm at Greg Tito.